So I'm here today to talk about mental illness, specifically the stigma around words and how they're always swept under the rug and how they're not thought of as used as okay. Like you can't use a certain word because it's a trigger, and it's like these words are real. These are real things that affect people. You can't just call something as depression, or like it's if it's sadness, and you can't call sad. It's just there's so many layers to mental illness and the words that are used around it, and it's not right how it's just easily thrown around like it's nothing, and there's a stigma of like how it's hidden and you can't talk about it, and it should be come forward into the light because it needs to be talked about. There's so many people that are affected by it, and personally, this is something that's hard to talk about, which is why like stumbling over words. My brother suffers with schizophrenia, and it's something that my family to this day is like he has it, but we kind of act like he doesn't, which is ridiculous because we know that this is what it is. And like people will be like, "Oh no, he's just bipolar or he's just depressed," and it's just like, all right, if this is what the doctor diagnosed him with, and he says that he has these symptoms, then it's true, and it's not. You can't change him, and he can try as best he can, and like if he goes out and does whatever that is wrong, like going out with friends, doing drugs, whatever, and if that affects the whatever medicine he's taking, then that's his doing. But it's still not. You shouldn't blame the drugs. Like, yeah, they're a trigger, but the mental illness is real. It's a real thing, and it's just in like Spanish culture, it's something that shouldn't be talked about. It's so taboo, and I'm just like, why? And just culture in general, why is there this like, oh, we can't talk about mental illness? This is not real. It's not happening. When it is, it's happening. It continues to happen to so many people all over the world, and it's time that we talk about it. Not just schizophrenia, depression, bipolar, everything. All these words that are just used that like this person's depressed, this person's insomniac. These are real things that shouldn't just be thrown around. They're actually happening to people, and it's like we need to talk about it. It needs to be a discussion. We need to continue to have these people, if you know someone, like encourage them in whatever way you see best to go to a doctor, to get some help, to go to a therapist if they can, if they're willing. It's hard. It's always gonna be hard. But yeah, I just think that this is, to me, is my first step of just continuing to talk about it because it's not easy. It's been going on in my family for 5 something years now, and it doesn't even feel like that long. But it just, it is. And yeah, so I just wanted to talk about this because Rosianna and Jack's Cap, like they had a video about it. So I'm glad that more YouTubers are putting this out there because it needs to be discussed. It needs to be talked about. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.